Hello students, hello viewers, welcome to Senior College Mathematics. Topic of discussion is logarithms of numbers. If you are in senior college, you are preparing for WAEC, for NECO, for GCE, for NAPTEP, for JAMB, or any other external or entrance examinations into high school, this lesson is for you. Lesson 5, combined operations. In this lesson, we want to see how we can combine the operations of multiplication, division, powers, and roots in one problem. Examples. Before that, for updates, follow Voice of Peter course via YouTube at Peter Course Simplified Maths. To do that, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it to your friends, to your colleagues, to your classmates, share it to your students. You can also follow Voice of Peter Course via Facebook, Instagram at Peter Course Simplified Maths. For questions and inquiries, use the comment section. We attend to them. We have example 26. Example 26. We should evaluate this problem using logarithm. So we start by taking the numerator. The numerator is square root of 8.1 times 10 to the power of 4. But let's start with the main number, 8.1 times 10 to the power of 4. Now, this number is already in standard form. The second method of obtaining the characteristic is that when the number is in standard form, the power of base 10 is the characteristic. So here we have 4 is the characteristic. So we have 4 points. For the multiplier, you simply check 81 under 0. No difference because we only have 2 digits. So you check 81 under 0 and that will give 9085. In lesson 2 and 3, I illustrated how to use the logarithm and anti-logarithm table. That is not strange again. Root is division of the log value. So the square root of 8.1 times 10 power 4 means we divide this log value by 2. You know, root means power of 1 over 2. When you divide, you get this result. Although we need just 4 digits, so we have to neglect 5. So let's keep the result here. Let's keep the result here. Okay. For the denominator, the number is 1.44 times 10 to the power of 2. The number is already in standard form, so the characteristic part is 2. That is the 2 you have here. For the multiplier, you check 14 under 4. When you do that in the logarithm table, no antilog. In the logarithm table, you have 1584. So let's keep the answer under the first one. These two numbers are divided, and you know division implies subtraction of log values. So we subtract. So if you subtract these two numbers, you have 0.2958. Our final result is to share the antilog of 0.2958. I know in the antilog table we are interested in the decimal part, that is 0.29 under 5 difference 8, and that will give 1976. The next thing is to insert decimal point. Since the integer part here is 0, of course 0 is not negative, you have to add 1 to it so that you move one step forward from the left. If you move one step forward from the left, the point will be between 1 and 9. So you have 1.976 as the result for evaluating the given problem using logarithm table. Okay. Example 27, we have 7.143 times 821.5 divided by 0.0012. So we have three operations here: multiplication in the numerator, then division of numerator by that is two operations. So we take the numerator first and work with it. The first number there is 7.143. The characteristic is 0 if you subtract 1 from the 1 digit before the point. For the multiplier, you check 71 under 4 difference 3. That will give 8539. The second number is 821.5. The characteristic is 2. That is because you subtract 1 from the 3 digits before the point. For the multiplier, you check 82 under 1 difference 5, and the result is 9146. Multiplication implies addition of log values. So when you add these two results, you have this. So let's keep it somewhere here. The denominator is this. The number is less than 1, and once we have numbers less than 1, their characteristic part is always negative. And the shortcut is to count the number of zeros before the first non-zero number, that is 1. So we have 3 zeros, that implies minus 3. For the multiplier, you simply check 14. You check 14 under 0, no difference, and that is 1461. So let's take the answer to under the first result. So division of the two parts implies subtraction. So if we subtract these two numbers, we have 6.6224. Next thing is to check the antilog of 6.6224. When we are doing that, we are interested in the decimal part. So we take 0.62 under 2 difference 4. When you do that, you have 4192. To insert the point, we have 6 in the integer part, so you need to add 1 to it. So it means that you have to move 7 steps ahead from the left. So when you do that from here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Somewhere here, the point is there. So you fill this place with 0. This is another 0. This is another 0. If here is the point, another 0 will be here. And you know 0 after a decimal point are not useful. So our result is 4192,000. Or you can as well put the number in standard form. In standard form, it will be in this form, where the 6 here is the characteristic. So if you multiply 4.192 by 1 million, you know 6 there implies 60. So you're going to have 4192,000. So that is the final result. Are you following? All right. So we have example 28. We have the fourth root of 384.5 cube. So we have to take the inner operator, that is power, before we take the root, that is fourth root. So we take 384.5 first, where the characteristic is 2. For the multiplier, you check 38 under 4 difference 5. The result is 5849. If you attach the power of 3 to it, it implies you are going to multiply the first result by 3, and that gives 7.7547. That is for the power. Operation is gone. Then we take the root, that is fourth root. So fourth root means we divide this result by 4. That is what you have here. When you divide by 4, you have 1.83965. And you know logarithm and antilogarithm, we are interested in 4 digits. That means 75 has no use. For the antilog, you check 0.93 under 8 difference 6. That will give 8682. To insert the point, you add 1 to the characteristic or integer part, it becomes 2. So if it is 2, you move you move 2 steps ahead, you move 2 steps forward from the left. So the point will be between 6 and 8, 6 and the second 8. So you have 86.82, 86.82. So that is the result for evaluating the fourth root of 384.5 cube using logarithm table. We have example 29, still on logarithm. We have 15.47 times 0.085 square divided by 254 to the power of 1/3. That is roots operation. The numerator, we have multiplication and power operation. So we attend to that quickly. So let's take the solution. Okay, so this is the whole solution. So follow it step by step. Okay, follow it step by step. So this is the problem for easy reference. For the numerator, we take the first number 15.47. The characteristic is 1. For the multiplier, you take 15 under 4 difference 7. That gives 1895. So we are done with that. So let's keep the answer somewhere here. The second number in the numerator is 0.085 square. So let's take 0.085. The characteristic is -2. That is bar 2. You have 2 zeros before 8. For the multiplier, you check 85 under 0, no difference, and that is 8294. So if we attach the square, it means we multiply this result by 2. So we can factor out the negative from the decimal part. So we have something like this, multiplied by 2. Multiplied by 2, you have this result now. Then we have to add bar 4 plus 1. That is -4 plus 1. That gives bar 3.8588. So let's keep this result here. Okay. Multiplication of log implies addition of the log values. So you have to add these two numbers. So when you add together, you get this result. You get this result when you add. So you can see it here. This is the whole numerator, adding the first result and the second result. So when you add them, you get this. You get this. So we go to the denominator. The denominator is power, is roots operation. So let's take the number first. 254. The characteristic is 2. You have 3 digits. There's no point, so you subtract 1 from 3. So you have 2. For the multiplier, you check 25 under 4. No difference. You have 4048. Power of 1 over 3 means you divide the result by 3, and that gives 0.8016. So let's keep the result under the first one, because the two path is division, which implies subtraction. For us to subtract carefully, you see that when we get to the, if you are considering 1 dp and 1 dp here, we need to borrow from this -1, and that is not possible. So we have to write an expression such that we give room to that one that you want to borrow, and at the same time, when you reverse it, you get by 1. That is why we are having -2 plus 1. By 2 plus 1 will give us by 1. Then 0.0483 to enable us subtract without difficulties. Okay, so you take 6, 3 to 6. You subtract it, cannot. You borrow from 8 to this place, it becomes 13. 13 minus 6, you have 7. This 8 is remaining 7 now. You borrow 1 from it. So 7 minus 1 is 6. Then you take 4. 4 minus 0 is 4. Now 0 minus 8 is cannot. So if you borrow this one from here, you add it to this 0, it becomes 10. Minus 8 is 2. So you are left with minus, that is bar 2 here now. So -2 minus 0. -2 minus 0, you have bar 2. You have bar 2. So that is the result for the whole problem that you have here. So next thing is to check the antilog. In the antilog, we are interested in the decimal part, that is 0.24 under 6 difference 7. That will give 1765. bar 2 means 2 zeros behind or before the first non-zero number, that is 1. So you have 001,765. So the point is after the first zero. So we have 0.01765. So that is the result for evaluating this problem using logarithm. So you see the approach now, it is step by step. You deal with the numerator to get one answer, the denominator you get the answer. Most cases it is through division, so you subtract the result from the numerator and denominator, you check the anti-logarithm, and that is your result. Okay, end of lesson 5. Thanks for watching and learning. Don't forget, watch out for more from the voice of Petercus. Lastly, if you are not safe, your life is in crisis. To avoid that, you give your life to the one that can save you, and that is the Lord Jesus Christ, and you confess him as your Lord and personal Savior every day of your life. If you are saved already, I tell you big congratulations. Live righteously and be prepared, because on the last day some will be taken and some will be left. Take good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Study your books. Do the needful at all times. Flee every appearance of evil. Don't defraud others to make money. Use your hands and your brain to work genuinely, and the Lord will bless you. Goodbye.